this is Dorado on day 2. And this vlog actually is going to be covering day 2 through day 5. And really, it's just I've been spending a lot of time just kind of hanging out with him. And working on giving him treats. He can sometimes be food motivated and then sometimes not. So, typically these guys are have ulcers. So he is eating his breakfast and dinner, and that does have ulcer meds in it. So that should be helping him. And I've already noticed a decrease in kind of his energy. So you see he's willing to walk slowly now. I'm actually in his pen. And I've been working on just kind of going in and out of this pen. And he stopped the behavior more so of the bowing up. So you see his head is a little bit more level. His ears are more so to the side. He's willing to lick and chew. So again, like this is throughout the course of the days, I will just go in. I make sure I stay by the panel because he would get kind of defensive. So it's just trying to work on getting him comfortable with me being in there. So I go and get on top of the panel. Surprisingly enough, he kind of doesn't mind me being up there. I've done a lot of work where I hang out on top of the panel while he eats his breakfast. And then, like I said, I'm just trying to get him used to my presence with, I'm okay, I'm not a threat. And I'm just going to walk in and out, standing here. He's doing a pretty good job of just ignoring me because that's kind of the goal for right now. I'm just waiting. There you see he kind of turns and looks at me, but ears are kind of to the side. There's no heavy snorting or anything like that, so getting much better. And now we have a Belle who is mowing the lawn, and so he was kind of anxious about this, and he's learning that he can feel safe with being next to me. So you saw that nice big yawn release, and he does another one. So he's starting to learn that I'm a safe place for him, which is really fun in the beginning. Part with the Mustangs is when they start to let go a little bit. And so again, here he's eating his dinner and I'm standing behind him. This is quite a big deal because I'm right behind him where he still gets uncomfortable, but he's more willing to eat his dinner than worry about me. And again, I spend hours of the day kind of just hanging out, feeding him hay when he wants it. Sometimes he doesn't. But he's learning that I'm becoming a positive and calming energy. So he's being rewarded whenever he's near me. Now, something he also did, I don't know if you can see on that front left, he ended up busting that quarter crack. So he's a bit ouchy on it. So I'm not doing any round pen work. I'm not sure how that happened. But again, you can see this is the next morning, and he's willing to come to the panels as I bring his breakfast over. He has a very positive association with the bucket. So you'll see he's kind of begging for his breakfast. Lets me kind of put it over the fence without him getting too worried. And again, I can't stress enough the importance of just kind of hanging out with them while they're eating and drinking. Kind of being that source where there's positive things really, really helps. So now I'm working again on the panel with the ropes again. He's kind of a dull horse on his body. So, generally if you were to teach a horse, you could use your stick and tap the right side of the hip to teach them to move over, but he really doesn't respond to that. So he prefers kind of the rope, putting pressure on it and getting him to do the steps left, crossing over. So I just kind of am playing with that and playing with hanging over the panel, getting him used to me kind of monkeying around. He's still on guard. He still can react to things, but he comes into this very quiet mode. And he's starting to lick and chew a lot. He's starting to appreciate the touch. He's letting me touch his ears. And it's just building the relationship kind of step by step with him. And each horse is always different. So it's always fun with these horses to kind of figure out kind of the way it's going to work out. So again, I go to ask him to step a little bit closer to me. Eventually the goal is for him to move completely sideways next to the panel.
I mean, I'm basically riding it right.
And then he kind of is allowing me to kind of be up top. So I'm just playing with, not putting full weight on him, but putting a little bit of pressure on his back. And clearly if he wanted to leave, he's not tied to absolutely nothing. And then I'm going to move my foot to the other side and kind of let that right eyeball see. So he's checking that out. He actually gave a really good response there. Now, if he was to get freaked out, I'm on the panel, so he could just leave again. So it's pretty safe for both him and me. Now I'm going to try to use the rope as a neck rope to get him the idea to move sideways off the pressure. So I'm just going to hold it until he gave a little bit, then take the pressure away. And now I'm able to go a little further. So I'm putting a little bit of weight on. Again, he's not ready for full riding yet. I still have lots of things to do on the ground as far as he has to feel comfortable with me leading him and all those things. But again, sometimes I go different ways to accomplish the trust. So I tend to like if a horse will let me get on top of them, it can kind of bridge that gap to where they don't think I'm a predator. And I was just really thrilled with the progress that we had. This was day 4, and he just seemed to really kind of enjoy the presence and, again, me kind of just monkeying around with him. And he was in a very nice state of mind. So he's getting there. And then on day 5, he gave me this. So I finally found an itchy spot. And apparently it was really itchy. So again, this is like the best part. When they really start to let go and his personality is coming out even more. So it's been a really exciting couple of days with him. Really fun. And I'm looking forward to furthering our progress together.